Hello crafty friends, I'm Adrienne Boese, also known as Alice Scraps Wonderland, and today I'm sharing how to create some glittering ornaments for the 12 Days of Petite celebration. Let's get into the tutorial. For this project, you'll need some plastic ornaments, Finnabair glitter and waxes, gesso, heavy body gel, soft matte gel, and paint, and of course some Redesign molds and casting material. I'll have a full list of Prima supplies used in the description box below for you, as well as additional information. Start by removing the caps on the ornaments. We'll reattach these at the end. Select some molds that will fit on your ornaments. I'm using some of the medium-sized snowflakes from the Papercraft Charms and Dazzling Ornaments molds. I'll be using a quick cure resin for this project, but you can most certainly use paper clay or Redesign's modeling material for this as well. I mix up the resin and pour it into the 3 snowflake molds I want to use, and then pour any excess resin into some of the other molds. I let my resin cure for about 8 to 10 minutes before demolding. You want to demold while your resin is able to hold the detail, but is still soft and pliable. I use a pair of sharp scissors to cut the little hanging loop off the top of each of my 3 snowflakes, and then I set the cast over the ornaments so they can be formed to the shape of the ornament. I'm just using some collapsible cups and some foam adhesive roll to help hold the ornaments while working here. To ensure that the resin really takes the shape I need it to, I use a bit of paper crafting tape such as washi tape or painter's tape to hold the points of the snowflakes down. This tape won't interfere with the design of the resin casts and is easy to remove. Then let your resin cast completely cure until hard. This took about an hour for me, but it will depend on how warm and humid your environment is. Once hardened, remove the tape and carefully pop the casts off the ornaments. Then use a small amount of heavy body gel to adhere the snowflakes onto the ornaments. You could use hot glue for this, but I find that Finn's heavy body gel has the best longevity for adhesives, especially with plastic and resin. You'll want to set these aside again for a while to let the heavy body gel set. For me, this was about another hour. Now it's time to prime these ornaments. I'm using some craft tools with long handles to help me hold the ornaments while painting and to hold them while they dry, but a wooden dowel will also work for this. I use Finn's heavy white gesso for priming, as one of the ornaments I'll be applying white glitter to. We want the base layer of gesso or paint to match the color of glitter we'll be applying to ensure a seamless look. After painting each ornament with a layer of gesso, set them in a jar or vase to hold them while drying. If you are doing white glitter, you'll want to add a second coat of white gesso to that ornament. For other colors of glitter, select a paint that coordinates. I'm using Finn's Cobalt Impasto paint for my 2 blue glitter ornaments. I carefully paint around the snowflake with this paint as I want some contrast between it and the glitter. You may have noticed that with the thick gesso and impasto paint that I'm keeping my brush strokes in the same direction, though I'm not worrying about absolute perfection here. Since we'll be covering these with glitter, it's more just about creating that nice matching base of color than anything. Set these aside to dry again, and of course, if you need to do any touch-ups on your snowflakes because you got a little messy with your paint color, then do that after allowing that paint to dry. Once your ornaments are dry, use some wax to accentuate the details of your casts. I apply 2 colors of wax to each. For the white ornament, I use Finn's Midnight Wax as the deeper base, then highlight with the Cobalt Wax. For the blue ornaments, I use Finn's Celestial Wax as the cream base and the Turquoise Satin for a white-blue highlight. I found it easier for me to use brushes for the base color of wax and then apply the highlight wax with my fingers. Now for the glitter, my favorite part. Simply paint your ornament with Finn's soft matte gel and then sprinkle on your chosen color of Finnabair glitter. I'm using an iridescent color from the Ebony and Ivory set and a deep blue from the Caribbean set. I find it best to work in sections so that my gel doesn't dry too much before applying the glitter. You'll also want a piece of paper to catch your excess glitter so you can put it back in the tube. Now just a warning, you will get glitter in your soft matte gel as you work. My jar is pretty empty, so I don't mind getting glitter in my jar. But if you are working with a more full jar, I do recommend placing some of the gel into a small container to use for this project. Once your ornament has a layer of glitter on, set it on a dowel or craft tool in a jar to cure for a bit. This gel dries pretty quickly, especially if you are doing thin layers. To ensure the most sparkly of ornaments and to lock in that first layer of glitter, I recommend doing a second coat of gel and glitter. After covering the third ornament, my first is ready for a second layer. Simply paint more gel over the first layer and sprinkle on more glitter, again working in sections. This uses up quite a bit of your glitter depending on the size of your ornaments, but I think it is well worth the results. I decided to add some little iridescent gems to the center of my snowflakes, and I just used a little hot glue for this. Then I set my ornaments on the long-handled craft tools to cure overnight. The next day, you can spray your ornaments with a bit of fixative spray or even hairspray if you want to help with any glitter fall off. These ornaments will shed glitter for a bit, but after a while, they will mostly stop shedding glitter. Then add the ornament caps back on and tie on some ribbon if you like. I used some velvet trim that was about 18 inches long for each. And that's it. These sparkly ornaments are ready for gifting or hanging on your own tree. Don't forget to like this video and to hit the subscribe button for more content like this. And until next time, happy crafting!